Okay, come here. I know. I'm not Steven Spielberg, so we gotta do this right? Okay. So we are at the Drama High Book Club, the official book club at Barnes and Noble Moro. Big up to Barnes and Noble. They always support El Divine and Drama High, and I love them dearly. And the rain kind of kept people away today, but as usual, we're gonna get our grind on anyway, right? Right. We're gonna do it anyway. So hold up the book that we are doing today. I want you to see again, well-loved book versus brand new book. Show them. And don't be ashamed that your book is on the side. Your book is all scrumptious and nice and beautiful and smells all new. You have a bookshelf. Is that your excuse? But this hasn't been read. This has not been cracked. No, it hasn't. You lied to the author.
No, look at the spine.
I'm looking at the spine, and there is no line in the spine. There's no line in the spine. I see El Divine and nothing else. There's no line on the spine.
I take care of my bookshelf too.
Hers been on the bookshelf, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, on the bus, at school, in the library.
I take great care of my books.
Look at this. Brand new. Spanking brand new. Summer's book is like, I love this book.
Well, I'm going to abuse it now.
Abuse it. I want it abused. I want it like Ike and Tina abused, okay? Edda May. I want it like that. I want it like that. Okay, so anyway, we're going to be discussing Drama High Volume 2, as you saw, Second Chance. We kind of touched on it a little bit last month, but we are going to get deep into it. This is one of my favorite books. The reason it's one of my favorite books is because, of course, Ra is introduced at the in the end of the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the midway,
starting the third.
Oh my God, and I love me some Ra. It's in the prologue for the next book, which is Jade's Legacy. And I am so excited that we are starting Volume 2. I feel like I'm reading the series all over again, and it's just such a beautiful thing. So, what other issues do we have in Volume 2?
Jeremy.
Okay, say your name. Get in the camera. Woo-woo,
Summer.
Hi, y'all. You always see her. Anyway, so what are some of the issues so they know who's talking? I just want them to know.
Jeremy gets busted with weed on campus.
Ooh, no, he didn't. Did he really?
Yes.
I'm just joking, of course.
Did
Did I read the book? I don't know that I read the book. He does get busted with weed on campus. And what's the difference between him getting busted with weed and like Rod getting busted with weed?
Because Jeremy he's white and he basically has money for the school, and Rod's black, so he would just get expelled right away. But Jeremy got a court thing or whatever.
Okay, and then not only that, right? So he has his lawyer. He brings his lawyer up. He does all these different things. Just push close. I'm directing my children as well. So maybe I am Steven Spielberg. I just don't know it yet. We're going to call myself Divine Spielberg. Doesn't that sound good? That sounds wonderful, doesn't it? DreamWorks. The Divine Spielberg. Steven's probably looking like, I know that's not my child. I would have remembered that one. Anyway, so that's absolutely right? And not only is it about money and prestige and all this, it's also about connections, right? Because not only does Jeremy have connections with his mom and, they have the money, and his father, I think, actually hired the attorney. But the point is that he also has who? He has Jade. He's got Jade in his corner. And when she finds out that her could-be new boo is about to be arrested, because what happens when they go to the beach, right? They have their first little, ooh, yeah, shouty. I remember that. That really happened, y'all. Yes, it did. And not only does he have Jade, but Jade has Mama. And so she has also the what? Spirit book. And so she goes in the spirit book. This is her first little conjure. Does it come out all beautiful and lovely? No. It comes out, cupcakes kind of inverted. Homegirl didn't have enough yeast. That happens when you learning how to bake. But they still tasted good, and they still did the job.
It starts with things down.
Period. It was a wrap. Okay, so what about KJ in this book? Do you know? Okay, wait a minute. Let's introduce you two. Hold on. There we go. The Divine Spielberg is working overtime. There we go. All right.
I freeze up in front of cameras.
You can't freeze up in front of cameras. You're an author now. You're going to have to learn how to talk to the camera and be just, come on. Who you are you? What's the name of your book? And
I'm Asia. Mm-hmm. And this is my first time at the book club. I couldn't come to any of the other ones for car trouble. But
old Bessie is being temperamental. Go ahead.
Wait, what was the question? No, okay.
What is your book?
My book is called Liquid, the Unit, and it's a sci-fi fantasy book.
Dope. If you love Octavia Butler, if you love El Divine, check out The Liquid. Okay, so what do you know about, because your book is so well loved, right? I'm just being sarcastic. But since you said you read part of it, where are we at?
Well, we stopped here where my bookmark is, but
Okay.
I'm still in the beginning where things with Jeremy are getting started, where they're first having this romantic connection. He seems to be kind of the aggressor, which I think was really interesting because, like, in the back of her head, she was still like, okay, well, he's white, you know, like she was still dealing with that. But he has more energy or a little bit more confidence than she would expect from a white guy to be talking to a black girl. So that's still where I am.
And I love the quotes, and I love the chapter titles in this book, because this was when I was getting very, very creative. With volume 1, you know, it'd been rewritten 7 times. I think I told you that. Did I tell you that, Asia? Okay, and it was self-published at first. And so volume 2 was not self-published. It was the first time that I ever had an editor from beginning to end on a new project. And it took me, I think it only took me maybe 3 or 4 months to actually write the book, but this book was so much fun because I really got to get very creative. So, like, for example, when we're talking about her weekly hair routine, right? And then what happens when Jeremy calls?
Well, she didn't want to explain about her hair, right? Or she thought it was too complicated. He didn't know why it would take her that long to do her hair. Yeah, I thought that was funny. The difference, once again, the differences between, like, I mean, because I've dated white boys before, and that's always something that's really funny to have to explain to them. It's the same that you don't wash your hair every week, or you don't wash it every day,
right?
What?
Like,
yeah.
Are you being for real?
Yeah,
like, you just don't want to talk to me. That's what Jeremy was like. Like, just say you just don't want to talk to me, right? Like, it's just, why you got to lie about it? You don't have to lie about it. We all people. But she was being very serious. She was like, dude, my combs are about to get cold, and once that balance is going, you know, like, I'm sorry,
start all over again.
I'm gonna have to start all over again. I'm gonna have to put them back in the oven and get the temperament going, and that's just not gonna fly, right? And so, tell me another issue that's prevalent in the beginning, because we're just gonna start with the first 5 chapters. Okay. Yeah.
KJ is still on Jay's job, still trying to.
KJ. And why is KJ now on Jay's job?
Because,
for real?
Because she's going with Jeremy.
And do
He's
you
jealous.
think that's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's also about the fact that he sees what he lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of volume 1, what happened?
What happened? She dumped him, right?
Yeah, but what happens with the fight? Who's the fight? What with that part of it?
I can't remember.
Okay, that's okay. I will refresh your memory because I kind of know what happened. I vaguely remember what happened, but basically we're having the fight with Tracy, right?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so who's actually the culprit in the fight?
Jay.
The culprit meaning the person who's behind it all, who started it.
Misty.
Oh, my little Misty. I love my little Misty. She's just so mystical, isn't she? Back it up. Talking to my son, excuse me. And so he knows that Jade actually is more of an upstanding person than he thought. Because dealing with Tracy, I mean,
There had to be a lot of work.
There had to be a whole lot of drama, right? Because can you imagine what happened behind the scenes when we didn't see? Because we're seeing only things from Jade's point of view, right? And so thinking about characters and character lists and how things work, I mean, developing Tracy was a lot of energy for me because she was just a whole lot of drama. She was a lot of mess. And that's why I had to get her out. Because Misty is enough talking in my head. I didn't need Tracy either. But I had to write about it because it was something that actually happened to me. Anyway, so these are the issues that we're going to deal with today in Drama High, the book club. And so we'll check back in about 45 minutes when the club is over. Okay? Peace.